What's up, everybody? It's the boy Panther back with another video. Today I have a very special guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Like I said in the earlier videos, I'm gonna use this platform just for information, just for education, bringing value to you guys. So before I jump straight onto the video, before he introduces himself, I would like to let you guys know that this video is brought to you by Photocopy Print DK45, Sublimation and Branding, apparel decorating business. I'll leave the links down below. So yeah, man, so I'll have him introduce himself before we jump to the first question. Sir, take the stage.
Alright, my name is Daniel Madebe. I'm the Enterprise Development Coordinator here by Finch Mine, working in Daniel Scale.
Sure, thank you so much, Mr. Madebe. So the first question is about the youth. We live in a very small town where this place has been plagued by teenage pregnancy, alcohol abuse, drug abuse. You know, it's just so many bad things happening in the town. And I'm sure the same thing is happening in other small towns around, even in cities. So as a guy with a vision, what do you think organizations, businesses can do into helping change this narrative and bringing change within the youth so we can have a brighter future?
You see, Mr. Boom, let me start by saying that teenage pregnancy, alcohol abuse, crime in general, drug abuse, are all the things that we are experiencing in South Africa. For reasons whereby you see, as a country, we're not doing well. And then poor countries are going to be plagued with such things. But let us narrow it down to the small places like Daniel Scale. I feel in Daniel Scale we're sitting with a situation whereby there are lack of opportunities. Yeah. Even though we are surrounded by mines and we're surrounded by mining towns, there's no opportunities. Yeah. And the focus is when there are opportunities are actually only dependent on mines, and you are so much pushed into going into the mining sector. Let me make an example of bursaries. When there are bursaries, there will always be bursaries for mining. Will there be bursaries for accountants? Will there be bursaries for studying film? Things like that. Yeah. We need to diversify. We need to actually move away from channeling the young kids into moving into mines. Another thing that should actually not be needing so much would be trying to get our kids who maybe, in life sometimes you are not gifted at school, but you are gifted in terms of sports. Why don't we have programs and developments whereby we can take the kids and say, you are good in cricket, you are good in rugby, let us try to push those kids into going into that direction. I'll make an example of David High. Yeah. He is from Daniel Scale. He played professional football. Ever since him, has there been anyone?
No, that's it. No one.
Exactly. But why are we not focusing on those? Because when you look at the states of Daniel Scale, the majority of the kids that are doing all this funny stuff by drugs and alcohol abuse and things like that are kids that did not finish school. Are we saying we throw them into the dustbin? We can't. Let us see what we can do for them. Portable skills, let us see if we can channel them into sports. Let us see, there are different things that we can go into. It's just that those who are sitting in positions need to be thinking broadly.
Yeah. And follow up to that, do you think it should also be highly focused and implemented in schools also? Like, for instance, entrepreneurship. Basically, I feel like we're just being prepared to get a job and stuff like that. Maybe in high schools, start preparing and teaching kids to think creatively, freely, not just wanting to finish school and get work, but creating opportunities that are not there within your environment. Do you think it should begin from schools?
Mr. Boom, I pride myself in trying to be as getting information as possible, so that you must be able to give back. Let me make an example. Look at a country like China. Yeah. They are doing well. We can actually now robustly engage to say China is actually the first world country now. Yeah. You understand? China's approach is this. From an early age, even at elementary level, they are already introducing entrepreneurship You understand?
Yeah.
Look at a country like Cuba. What did Cuba do to turn around the situation they were in the olden times after they had countries like the USA ban trading with them? They focused in such a way that, okay, we are going to start channeling our kids, our people into medicine, into industries where we think we are lacking. We can do the same thing. From an early age, whether primary level, high school, we need to be channeling our kids into getting into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Now when a child is growing up, you see a lawyer, or they see a lawyer, they see a doctor, and your parents will say, don't you want to be a doctor when you grow up? Why are we not saying it's time that we change our mindset? Look at the likes of Elon Musk. This is South Africa.
This is South Africa, yeah.
Is he not one of the richest guys in the world?
Yeah, he is.
That is where we need to be focusing on. Looking at our challenges and trying to figure out what can we do to turn these challenges into opportunities so that we can actually get something from them. You understand?
Yeah.
The dependency on government, we need to limit it as well.
We need to limit
you understand?
it, yeah.
We need to come up with a different type of a person that says, I'm not going to be dependent on government, but I'm going to try and make it up. I don't know, to come up with ideas as a community.
Yeah.
We need to be forming communities whereby we work for each other.
Yeah.
We support each other.
Yeah.
There's development, there's growth within a community.
Yeah.
A place like Daniel Scale can actually be doing such a thing, whereby we sit down together, people the likes of yourself, get the support.
Yeah.
Try to get 2 or 3 people to help you in doing this, but the idea is not for them to work for you, it's for them to learn from you, and then do their own thing.
Go out forward. And then we're paying it forward. We
you
just
understand?
Each one teach one.
There's a mentality that we need to have. That is, now we're changing the person.
Yeah.
We are not depending and then not crying to say who's not doing well, who's change the person, change the perception.
The mindset. They say change your mind, save your life. Change your mind, change your life. That's it. So in closing, Mr. Madebe, I only ask 3 questions. I make it sure that I don't go past 3 questions. In closing, what advice would you extend, 1, to organizations, and number 2, what advice would you give to the youth, especially them who's sitting at home not knowing what to do?
Okay, Mr. Boom. That's a simple question, but it comes with the advice must come with great responsibility.
Yeah.
I would say to the organizations, Mr. Boom, that start listening. Start listening to your communities. Start listening to your people. Do not give your people what you think is best for them.
Yeah.
Listen to your people, no matter how ordinary they can be, how poor they can be. Listen to your people and get what is it that they need. They will give you answers.
Yeah.
They will tell you what they need. They might not say it in so many words, but the situations they find themselves in need to be the ones that actually advocate as to what needs to be done in the communities. So another thing is this, Mr. Boom, you as the CEO, or let me say as the director of Ford Copy Print, as a company, when you're sitting there as a director, it's easy for you to say, I know that my community needs 1, 2, 3. No, come to their level.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get the best advice or the best information for a mere person that is working in the street. So mine is to say, people who are sitting in strategic positions, it's time that you go down to the level of your own people and start getting the information as to what you can do for them and what they can do for you. As to now coming to our people, the communities and things and people like that, my advice to them would be, we should change our attitudes from being victims to being people who can affect change and change our own lives.
Yeah.
People that can actually steer their own dreams and vision, or even their lives into the positive. Mr. Boom, I always say, me having problems does not say taking a beer or 2, those problems will go away.
Definitely.
When you sober up, the problem is still there.
Still there.
Now listen, there's an additional problem now because you've spent your last 20 rands on beer.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So the attitude is this: there's nothing that comes for free. There's nothing that is easy in life. What comes as easy will leave you just as easily as it came.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is put your head down, put in the effort. Let's see what we can do. You are going to need help.
Yeah.
So let's start helping others as well.
Yeah.
As a community, we thought we can stand together and say, as a community of Daniel's Game, what is it that we can do for each other without even requesting help from the other organizations at first? Let's take the 1, 2, 3 step. Even though we can't take the 4 and 5, then we can call the help from the organizations to say, please step in. We've come this far.
This far. Yeah.
Can you just maybe assist us in moving forward?
Wow.
So that is the 2 cents that I can give to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Madebe. We do value that. Guys, check out the video. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Be sure to like, share, comment. Let us know what you guys think. Remember, this video was brought to you by Photocopy Print DK45, an apparel, decorating, sublimation, and branding business. The link will be below. Click the link, take you straight to the Facebook page. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Madebe. Peace.
Adios.